Hello everybody, I'm Bets Golden. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to be creating a flower with some Rinea Foiled Paper using the Princess Variety Pack. Not just any flower, but a flower that can be used as a centerpiece inside of a little vase. This is the Artist Pack, which they're 4x6s. I'm using the bigger pack today, but I don't have a complete big pack because I've been making flowers like crazy. So I thought I would show you what colors are in this, and I'm actually missing the glossy silver. But we have two lavenders, and there's two in each. The difference is this is a 6x12 pack and this is a 4x6 pack, but the colors are the same. So you have two lavenders, two blushes, those are the glossy, and on the back side they're gold. Then you have your Starstruck in the silver, lavender, and blush. So it's a really beautiful pack that's perfect for creating flowers. To create your flower, you're simply going to take a piece of 6x12 paper and you're going to want to fold it over like so. And then you're going to take your circle cutter. It really doesn't matter what kind of circle cutter you have. You can die cut a circle. If you have a huge punch, you could punch a circle. You could also just hand cut a circle out. But you're going to go ahead and cut your circle out like so. And I'm just using my good old standby Creative Memory circle cutter. I don't even know if they still make these. I've had it probably for over 20 years. Now this will create two flowers, and for the project that I'm using, that's perfect. The reason why I like to cut it in two is I get a smoother cut than when I just cut it with one. Sometimes when I just use one, I have to be a little bit more careful and it can tear slightly. So I'm just going to line this back up, and I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to start to spiral it in. And I really don't want it to be a perfect cut. I don't want it to look really clean. And the reason is because if you have it super clean, it does not always make the prettiest flower. It almost looks too perfect, and in nature nothing's perfect, so you really want your cuts to be a little bit sloppy. And if you can go ahead and scallop your edges, you can do that too, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to do kind of a rough cut like this, which is going to be perfect. And then in the center, usually if you weren't going to put them on a stick, you would stop about here. But for this project, we are going to put them on a little stick, so I'm going to cut that off. So I'm going to set aside one of these for later because I'm going to put another one in my bouquet as well. But for this video, I'm just going to show you how to make one. And of course, it's going to get all knotted up. Isn't that how it works, right? So, as soon as I get that unknotted, there we go. I'm going to set that aside. And from here, you're going to decide which way you want. What do you want? Do you want gold showing or pink showing? And if you want the pink on the inside, you're going to have the gold on the outside, and likewise. So for this one, I'm going to do the gold on the inside. So I'm going to take some Beacon mixed media glue, as well as a paper straw that I found at the dollar store on clearance for 50 cents for 25. And I'm just going to run Beacon glue, this mixed media, over the tip. I like this because it dries not so slow that it moves much, but it also I can still move this around a little bit as I'm rolling it, but it holds, so it's not sliding around as I do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and start to wrap my spiral around my straw. And I'm just going to wrap it with my finger and just kind of roll and wrap. And I'm going to end with the center of the circle, the center of that spiral circle that I created, okay? And it does not have to be perfect. In fact, at the end, I'm actually going to loosen up these rolls. You're going to see that. But if you want to keep it even on the tip, just take your finger and press it like so, and that'll keep it all nice and even up on the top. And then you just keep rolling and rolling. Every flower is going to be different, just like in nature when you do this technique, okay? So this isn't something that you want to look just like the one before it, okay? That's kind of what I love about this, is it is not predictable. I love unpredictable art. And that's what this is. This is some unpredictable art. So I'm just rolling and rolling like so. And I love that it's all uneven up there. Like my cuts are uneven, so it's really creating some beautiful like petals. And don't panic if it goes down like this, because I'm going to show you what we're going to do at the end. Because we're going to want to fluff out the flower. That is the beauty of using Rinea foil paper with this technique, is if this was just cardstock, it's harder to fluff it out. And with the Rinea foil paper, we're going to really be able to add some volume to this flower. Because right now, let's be real, it looks a little sad. So we're going to flip it. We're going to kind of take it. I'm going to pull it down a little bit like so. And then I'm going to take and just start to roll it back up on itself, because I want it all to fit into the petal before. And then we're just going to kind of pounce it down like so. And we're just going to kind of let it all kind of move a little bit natural here. And as where the glue was, that area is not going to want to move around much. That's why you're only doing it at the beginning and then at the end here. So you're just going to kind of finagle with it a little bit. If the petals don't, if you move it down too far, and some of them obviously get too loose and it won't fit into the ones before, then just tighten them up and then just pull it back up. And you'll just keep doing that a couple times. You can just twist to tighten. And this one really, that area right down there really wants to be loose. So I think I'm going to let it be loose. So I'm just going to pull that kind of down and around and really maneuver it. And then once you get it at the tip, close to the bottom, you're going to put a dollop of glue in to hold it. And so sometimes, like this one, it's being a little bit picky, and that's okay. So I'm just going to go on back through and just kind of start to roll it back up to the top. That piece right there. This is all part of the process. So also what you can do is, if you just get to a point where you're like, you know what, it's not working the way I want it to, the paper is so forgiving that you can literally go up to the point where it's not working and just start again, and you'll never know when you're done that you had any issues at all, because there's no crease in it. It doesn't crease or anything. It just holds its shape really nicely, and it allows you to maneuver it around when you want to. And see, that's right there, my little spot that's being tricky. And it's because I had a little bit of glue on that area. That's why it was holding. But look, you can't even tell as I'm working this that there's any issue whatsoever, which is super cool. I love that about this. It's very forgiving. There's a little bit more glue right there. And even right there, I got a little rough. It ripped, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep rolling it. Keep rolling it. There we go. And then I'm just going to put it upside down and tap and roll and unwind. And there we go. And then what you're left with is you're left with a really pretty flower. And what you want to do is you just want to take at the very end, you're going to take some of your mixed media glue by Beacon. And again, I really recommend this glue for this project because it holds beautifully. And you're just going to go ahead and adhere that. And then if it wants to fall, when you stand it up, like it wants to come undone, all you have to do is you just have to take some Beacon glue and kind of put it around like so, and then let it dry upside down like this. Okay, and so let me show you some that are finished. And then when you're done and it's all dry, this is all dry, you're going to take one of your gems and you're just going to pop it right there for the center of your flower. And we can actually do that right now so you can see this one. And this is a smaller rosebud compared to the other ones that I made earlier today, just basically because of the way that the paper cut, the Rinea Foiled Paper, how I cut it, and also how I rolled it. And that is okay because, like I said, in nature, nothing is perfect, right? So you don't want it like totally symmetrical. And my hands are so sticky from glue. Oh boy. But this pretty much fits perfectly on the top of this straw, this paper straw. So you'll never know that it was a paper straw. Okay, so here's this one that still needs to dry. And this is one I just did, all right? But take a look at this beautiful silver one. How pretty that is. And then I also have this purple one, but what I did was I did the opposite. I did the gold and then I did the purple on the inside, like so. So when you look down, it's purple. And then for this one, I did purple on the outside and gold on the inside. So that is how you can make a bouquet of Rinea Foiled Paper flowers for your centerpiece at your next get-together, or just a beautiful centerpiece on your table or on your entryway or something like that. That's just really a lot of fun and shiny and beautiful. All right, please make sure that you check out the store. I have a link provided down below of the store for Rinea and for your supplies. And also I have a list of, I think I'm providing a list of other supplies that I used. I'm so out of it. And check me out. I'm Bets Golden. You can follow my website and my YouTube and Instagram. Make sure you're following Rinea Foiled Paper on all of their sites as well. Until next time, happy crafting.